This is Chicago Junior. I put him in the ground, oh God, I can't remember when I put him in the ground, sometime in May, and he's growing taller, he's getting more leaves. The bugs are seeming to have a field day with him, but you know what? You'll grow big and strong and you'll survive. You'll be fine. Back here is kind of like it looks like a mess, and it is a mess. There's some daisies there, and there's some more daisies there. Behind my greenhouse is my hidden milkweed garden. There's tons of milkweed back here, tons of it. I just let it grow. It's like, whatever, it's all good. This is, if it brings butterflies, if they find it and brings them, I'm good with that. It's all good. And then behind my compost bins, I got more milkweed, and I have a lilac plant that's slowly growing. When I first got him, he was only about this big, getting bigger. But Chicago Junior is the child of Chicago over here. And Chicago has got tons of figs on him. Tons of figs. Like, look at them. I don't even want to count them. There's just so many. Which is kind of good because I screwed up this year. Surprisingly enough, May was a pretty harsh month in central Ontario. Believe it or not, we had a couple of nights that went down into like the minuses. Like, I'm not talking like -1. I'm talking like -4, 5, 6. I think there was one night that even went to -7. Now, Chicago here was fine. Cat over there was okay. So was Junior. Junior was good too. I did cover Junior. I was good with Junior. But I should have brought the 3 figgies. Is this Figaro? Where's the tag that tells me what this guy is? I have names on them. I just don't remember who's who. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is Figaro. So this is Figaro, and then I got Fig Junior and Figgy over on that side over there. Now, these are golden honey figs. They're not meant for cold weather. I should have brought them in when I knew it was going to go like into the minuses. They got frostbit, like really bad. I had to trim back a lot of their leaves. Even these ones, I think I should, but you know what? It doesn't seem to be bothered. Like, it's growing new growth, so I think I may just leave it for now. And that I think their fig production is going to be either very low or next to nothing. Actually, it's going to be low because he does have a couple of figs. There's one right in there, and I think there's some back there. But even Cat, which I don't know what kind of a fig Cat is, but he does produce purple figs. Yeah, see, he's got some figs here too. He's really slow this year. He's slow too. But Figgy and Fig Junior, same thing. I had to cut off a lot of their leaves, because, you know what? I really should have, been smart about it, but I wasn't, and that's my fault. I don't think he's got any figs, and I don't think there's any figs on this one either. But you know what? At the end of the day, if they need a year to recover, then so be it. So be it. All the strawberry plants in them are doing great, though. Doing quite nicely. Now, the blueberries. Look at my blueberries. As long as the birds don't get them when they ripen, I'm really looking forward to having some fresh grown blueberries. I have a new addition to the tree collection. Now, you know the saying, you should never put seeds in your compost bin. So we eat peaches. I throw the peach pits in the compost bin. And throughout the garden this year, it was 5 times, I saw this 5 times, but it didn't catch on to me till the last 3, and I saved them. But I kept pulling out these plants that looked like this, and I lifted out, and it looked like it was an almond. And I'm thinking, can I grow almonds here? I knew I threw out some almonds into the compost bin because they didn't they didn't look or smell right. You know, I think they went a little rancid, so I put them in the compost bin. Because the bottom part of it was in the shape of an almond. So I just threw them away. And then it wasn't until I uprooted like these guys, this one, and the one over there, they had the actual peach, like the hard shell of the peach pit still attached to the seed. And it was growing a tree in my garden. So I uprooted them and I thought, well, let's give it a shot. So I have 3 peach trees I'm growing now. In addition to the unknown citrus plants that we started from seeds over 10 years ago from grocery store seeds. This one, like you see, like there's tons of fruit. He's got 4 here, there's more here. There's flowers everywhere, there's fruit growing everywhere. And I'm dying to see what these guys are. I'm dying to see what they are. So, you know, they say that you may never get fruit from your from a citrus tree if you grow them from a store-bought seed. Well, maybe that is the case, but in this case, it's happening, and I would love to be able to see what's going on with it. One fruit I've been dying to have in the garden was kiwi. So I bought it's called a St. Isaac's kiwi. These are cold hardy, good for Canadian winters, and you don't get the kiwis that have the fuzz on them like you get in the store, the ones that are from Greece or wherever else they come from. These ones are smooth skin, and you can eat the skin with these. And I think there's another name for them, but they are a kiwi, and they're meant for Canadian winter. So I doubt I'll get kiwis from it this year, because I think it just needs to grow this year, and maybe next year it'll happen. But when I bought it, it was only about this tall, actually. So it's done quite nicely. We had to replace a red seedless grape because it looked like it died, and it's in my rehab section now. So we bought a new one. It's this guy here, very tiny. This guy is also a red seedless. Now these guys did suffer a bit with the frost we had in May also. So this guy is so-so, but these are green seedless, and they recovered quite nicely. As you can see, they're massive. Now we're coming into the end of June, and that means that July is the start of Japanese beetle season, and they love these. They love grape leaves. So I will have to get my Japanese beetle traps out very soon, or else they'll decimate the whole thing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this guy, yeah, there they are. He's got some grapes there. So maybe I'll get some fresh green grapes this year for sure. And the clematis is doing great. And of course, look at all of our other citrus plants we have going here. Some of these we actually know what they are. Like this is a ruby red orange, and we do have some that we know they're lemons because we actually labeled them properly this time. And I have a couple Argentinian clementines. But other than that, that's it for the fruit trees. You know, the biggest disappointment will be this year is that the apple trees didn't produce hardly any blossoms, so that both the Honeycrisp and the Delicious apple have, I think, well, the Honeycrisp only has, I think, 4 apples on it, and I don't even know if the Delicious has any, so we're not expecting apples this year. And our cherry tree is still not producing. The peach tree over, sorry, not peach, that's a pear tree over there, has got pears on it, and our peach tree here hasn't produced anything yet, but it's doing better than it has in the last couple of years. It's actually looking quite healthy this year. It looked awful last year. But keep spraying it and keep looking after it. So anyway, on to the next garden, which is, I think I better go in because it's getting very dusky out and the mosquitoes are just biting the hell out of me. So anyway, I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Ciao for now.